Hello everyone, the name is Blake Strife and welcome to my Average Gaming Day. This is my first video I'm posting on the channel and I'm pretty excited about it. Pokemon challenges have been the thing going on recently with players going through the games with a single Pokemon. Mostly a very unused one with bad stats, and trying to see if they can beat the game with it. I decided to join in on the fun with my very own challenge. So for today's video, let's figure out, can I beat Pokemon Gold with a team of only one Chikorita? Chikorita is more of a defensive starter, with decent defense and special defense stat, meaning that supposedly it can take some hits. So why is it considered one of the worst starters in the series? Well, first off, it's grass type, not really great for attacking, plus it's tied with the most weaknesses in the game at 5. Secondly, in the generation it was introduced, it has a disadvantage against 6 of the 8 gym leaders. Finally, its learn set is pretty limited, even with TMs. I think I've proven my point. This is going to be a hard run. Time for the rules and regulations. In battle, I can only use Chikorita. I can use other Pokemon for HMs, but I'm not allowed to use them in battle. No items in battle either, like potions or full heals. But I am allowed to use held items and items outside of battle. I gotta make this hard somehow. No glitches or cheats either, but that won't be much of a problem since I really don't know any. Now enough for the setup, let's get started. So I selected my starter from Professor Elm's lab and named it Buttercup. You know, the Powerpuff Girl. It being a female will totally help me out later. You'll see why soon. So after fighting every single trainer in the routes that followed, including Sprout Tower, I hit level 15. I was feeling pretty confident, so I challenged the Flying Gym. Faulkner opens up with Pidgey, so I used Razor Leaf to figure out how much damage it would do. It did decent damage, so another one takes it down. Next is his Pidgeotto, so for safety, I use Poison Powder and he uses Gust, taking a quarter of my health. Another Gust takes me down to 8 health, but 2 more Razor Leaves plus the damage from Poison finishes it off, netting me the first badge. That was a close match despite the level difference. Thank goodness for the poison. After that battle, I started to realize how bad Buttercup's type and moves was already struggling, so I wasn't looking forward toward the bug type gym. Once I do get to the gym at level 22, a random trainer with a level 12 Beedrill took more than 10 Razor Leaves and a Reflect Up to beat it. This is probably a sign that the gym leader is not gonna go well. First try against Bugsy, I used 2 Razor Leaves against his Metapod and set up a Reflect preparing for Scyther. However, he sent out Kakuna next. Whoops. Even though I took it out easily, when Scyther came out, it all fell apart. Reflect wore out, so I had to spend another couple turns setting up another Reflect and using Poison Powder. But by then, Scyther got too many hits in with Fury Cutter, and eventually I went down. At level 27, I still couldn't beat him. I decided to just buckle down and grind up to level 29 so Buttercup can learn Body Slam. It's an 85 power physical type move that will probably be my best until I replace it with a TM later. And just like that, when I've challenged Bugsy again, it was a one-shot sweep. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. It was the same way for the normal type gym, just a one-shot sweep with Body Slam. However, next was Ecruteak City and Morty's gym, my next obstacle. He has Ghost type Pokemon, which means I can only hit them with Razor Leaf, and since they're part poison, they can resist it. That's not a great combo. Either way, I fought every trainer on the way over just in case. At level 35, I give it a try, and it starts out okay as I one-shot Ghastly with a critical hit. Haunter is next, and Razor Leaf hits it for a third of its health, but it hits me with a curse, dooming itself and me as I take it out. Gengar is last and immediately hits me with Hypnosis, and eventually I go down to the combo of Curse and Dream Eater. Great. A couple tries later and I managed to get to Gengar again without getting cursed, but my Razor Leaf barely does any damage, and eventually it gets a Hypnosis in and finishes me off with the Dream Eater. Guess it's time for more grinding. At this point in the game, I have many options to train against, so I won't have to grind on wild Pokemon just yet, which is a big relief for now at least. After defeating the Kimono Girls and getting the Surf HM, I tried the rival battle in the Burnt Tower. First off is Haunter, another Ghost type. After a Razor Leaf hits, it hits me with Curse. Just great. A couple more Razor Leaves and it takes it down. Zubat goes down to a single Body Slam, and next is Quilava. I hit it with a Body Slam for more than half its health, and it retaliates with a Smoke Screen, lowering my accuracy. My next move missed, so the Lingering Curse and the Ember from Quilava left me with 11 health as I finished it off with another Body Slam. Last is Magnemite, and I tried to heal up with Synthesis, but the Lingering Curse and the Sonic Boom from it finishes me off. Dang it. Second try and I went about the same way when I got to Magnemite, but this time Synthesis for some reason healed me a lot more than it did last time. I cursed in the Sonic Boom later, and I healed again hoping it would miss. It didn't, so I took the chance of using Razor Leaf, and luckily I got a critical hit for a one-shot. I really needed that. At level 40 I took another shot at Morty's gym, and let's just say, it was pretty heart-racing. Next is Gengar, and it puts me to sleep with Hypnosis and started using Dream Eater. 2 turns later I woke up and hit 3 Razor Leaves before I landed another Hypnosis. Luckily this time I woke up the turn later and hit more Razor Leaf, and thanks to some great luck, It missed Hypnosis for 2 more turns and I was finally able to take it down. Battle's not over yet as he has one last Haunter on his team, but instead of going for Curse, it uses Nightshades and Mean Look as I was finally able to take it down, finally getting me the Fog Badge. After that amazing battle, I grabbed the Ancient for Strength and surfed to Cyanwood to get the Secret Potion for the Lighthouse quest. But while I'm here, I have to battle Chuck in the Finding Gem. He wasn't too much trouble. Poliwrath was Water type, so Razor Leaves were just enough to take it down. Now back to Olivine City for the Steel Gem. First try didn't go so well, with Buttercup getting paralyzed and going down to the couple of Iron Tails by Steelix. Second try went much better because Magnemite missed Thunder Wave and got taken down by a critical Razor Leaf. Steelix was next and also got hit by a critical Razor Leaf and missed Iron Tail. I went for the finishing blow, but Jasmine used a Hyper Potion to heal up Steelix, but luckily I got another critical Razor Leaf. I took it down next turn. Last was our final Magnemite, but it stood no chance after a couple of Razor Leaves. My goodness, that fight had so many crits. We now go to Mahogany Town to deal with the Lake of Rage and some more plot with Team Rocket. After seeing Dragonite obliterate an NPC with Hyper Beam, we go into the hideout to deal with some grunts. It wasn't too bad. The Ice Gem was next, but it wasn't much of a problem. It was actually pretty chill. Complete pun intended there. So now it's on to the Team Rocket takeover of Radio Tower, and this is the section I really wasn't looking forward to with all the poison types the admins have. It's pretty much shown in my first battle against Betrayal, but he's not named yet, and his team of Coughings. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Second try, and I do a bit better by body slamming my way through his first few Coughings. Weezing took me down to low health before going down, but his next Coughing poisoned me. I used Synthesis twice to buy myself some more time, and it paid off as I managed to get the win with some more body slam. That was actually kinda close. Time for another rival battle. The first 2 tries didn't end very well, with Quilava burning me with a Flame Wheel, dropping my attack for the rest of the fight, so eventually I just kept feigning. Great. On my third try, however, it went so much better. First is Golbite, and after a body slam that took more than half its health, it hits me with a Confuse Ray that made me hurt myself the next turn. It goes for Wing Attack, taking a bit of my health before going down to another body slam. Quilava was up next, and it fainted after a critical body slam. I did not want to get burned again. Magnemite came out, but it just went down to a critical Razor Leaf. This luck is great. Next was Haunter. Razor Leaf didn't crit this time as it puts a curse on me before it went down. Last was his Sneasel, and much to my surprise, it went down to a critical body slam. The RNG gods have blessed that run. After that, the rest of Radio Tower went down pretty easily, so it's on to the Dragon Gem. Dragonair takes big damage from body slam, but hits me with Thunder Wave and an Ice Beam before it goes down. I didn't even know I had Ice Beam. Second Dragonair comes out and just spams Ice Beam before it goes down without too much trouble. The third one is out and it hits me with a weak Dragon Breath as I set up a light screen and heal up with Synthesis. Many turns later, I managed to paralyze it, heal up, and take it out. Last is our mighty Kingdra, and I try to stay healthy, but it keeps hitting me with strong Hyper Beams, and eventually, I go down. That was disappointing. A couple of tries later, I got back to Kingdra. It starts out hitting me with Smokescreen, lowering my accuracy, then hitting me with Surf. I hit it with a couple of body slams to get into damage range, but Claire uses the Hyper Potion to heal up. I use this opportunity to hit another body slam, then Razor Leaf, but it uses another Smokescreen so Razor Leaf misses. I try again, but this time it hits me with Dragon Breath as my next Razor Leaf brings it down to red health. It tries to finish me off with a Hyper Beam, but Buttercup nearly hangs on with 12 health and knocks it out with a body slam. That was an amazing match. Now that I've gathered all the Johto gym badges, I can now head to the Pokemon League, but first we have one last rival battle to beat before we can challenge the Elite Four. I kept having trouble when I got to Typhlosion, either because of bad Confusion luck or Sneasel using Screech lowering my defense at the beginning of the fight. Eventually, I got this run. Sneasel went down to one body slam and I paralyzed Golbat. It still hit me with Confuse Ray, but it used Leech Life instead of Wing Attack, so I took it down on the next turn. Typhlosion was out next, and Buttercup paralyzed it as well, but it hit me with a powerful Flame Wheel, bringing me down to low health just before another body slam takes it out. Next was Magaton, and I took the risk of using Razor Leaf as it misses its Sonic Boom. Next one manages to hit, but 2 more Razor Leaves puts it away. Haunter's out next, so I use Synthesis to heal up as it uses Curse. I have to work fast. 2 more Razor Leaves take it out. Last was his Kadabra, but I'm faster and took it down with a single body slam. After all that nonsense, we are level 61, but I feel I need just a bit more levels on Buttercup to have a better chance against the Elite Four. Here's our stats at level 65. The defense and special defense are okay, but that probably won't help us too much because of our bad typing. But I believe in charging in and taking chances, so this won't stop me. I also grabbed the Pink Bow and Miracle Seed held items to boost the power of Body Slam and Razor Leaf. I'll take any bit of help I can get. Let's go for it. First up is Psychic Trainer Will. His first Xatu gets hit with Body Slam, gets paralyzed, and uses a weak Psychic, but one more just takes it out. Next is Jinx, and I accidentally use Razor Leaf as it hits me with 2 powerful Ice Punches, but I commit and take it out with another Razor Leaf. I heal up with Synthesis as Executor comes out next. It hits me with Psychic as I set up a light screen to raise my special defense. I heal up with another synthesis while he sets up a reflect, raising his physical defense. I use a body slam for little damage as he starts to use egg bombs. Then I use Razor Leaf for a crit. One more and it goes down. Then comes out his second Xatu. I set up another light screen so his psychic does less damage than usual. 2 body slams and he gets taken out. Last is his Slowbro, but 1 Razor Leaf is all it takes to win the fight. That wasn't too bad. Next up is Poison Trainer Koga, and this one took me a couple of tries. He starts out with Area Dose, but it goes down simply to 2 body slams. Next is Venomoth, and it uses Supersonic, but it misses, so 1 body slam and Razor Leaf to take it down. Muk comes out next. Uses Minimize to increase his evasion, but 2 hits are all it takes for it to go down. Crobat is next, and this is where it goes downhill, because it uses Double Team, then Toxic, a move that increases in damage every turn before it gets taken down. Last is Fortress, and with it using Protect plus its natural bulk, it can stall for time as the poison slowly takes me down. Toxic is very bad for solo Pokemon runs. A couple of tries later, and Crobat uses Wing Attack instead of Toxic, so I don't get poisoned this time as 1 more Body Slam takes it down. Fortress is out again, and it takes an eternity and a half, but I managed to take it out. Bruno's fight came up, and I had some close calls, but with the Miracle Seed boosting my Razor Leaf, I managed to beat it first try. Not much to recap. Next is Dark Trainer Karen, and it was one of the closest matches I had in a while. Umbreon is out first. It got paralyzed, missed a sand attack, and went down after a couple more hits. Vileplume hit a weak Pedal Dance, and it went down easily as well. Next is Houndoom. It got paralyzed after 1 body slam, but hit a strong flamethrower that brought me to red health. Luckily, I'm faster, so I take it down with 1 more body slam. I was a bit worried when Gengar came out next, but I was faster, so I used Synthesis to heal up before he goes for Lick. I go for Razor Leaf and deal a quarter bit of damage, then it uses Spike to get rid of 5 of its power points. This is looking bad. Luckily, my next move got a critical hit, so when it used Curse, it finished itself off. Last is Murkrow, but 1 body slam is all it takes to win the fight. After that match, I used every max ether I had left to restore my power points, plus 2 rare candies I had left in my bag to level up Buttercup to level 69. Nice. Finally, it's the Pokemon Champion, Dragon Trainer Lance, and to make a long story short, after 20 tries, I realized I can't brute force my way to victory. His dragons are just too strong. So, for once in my life, I thought of a strategy for this very situation. Remember back when I said I was glad I got a female Chikorita? Well, I have the TM for Attract, which causes the opposing Pokemon to fall in love with the user and has a 50% chance to miss their move. The catch is it only works with Pokemon of the opposite gender. Luckily, trainers in the game tend to have Pokemon the same gender as themselves, and since Buttercup is female, I can use it against Lance and his Pokemon, plus another difficult trainer's Pokemon down the line. It still took a couple of tries for the luck to line up, but eventually I got this run. Gyarados is out first and sets up a Rain Dance as I take it down with 2 Razor Leaves. Next is the first of his 3 Dragonites, so I use Attract on him. It manages to miss all 3 of its moves as I took it down with a couple of Body Slams. Aerodactyl comes out, but it outspeeds me, so it hits me with a Wing Attack before I can use Attract. He manages to hit me with another strong Wing Attack as I land a critical Razor Leaf, leaving him in red health. I heal it with Synthesis just to be safe as Aerodactyl misses its next 2 turns, so I take it out with a Razor Leaf. Next is the bane of my failed attempts, Charizard. I use Attract immediately to buy me a turn to attack it with Body Slam, which manages to paralyze him. After a second Body Slam, it hits me with a powerful flamethrower that takes away half of my health. Though 1 more hit and it goes down as his next Dragonite comes out. It wastes a turn using Safeguard as I set up an Attract to hit it with a Body Slam for a good chunk of its health. After another Body Slam, I got scared when he managed to get a Fire Blast through, dropping me down to 26 health, but 1 more hit took it down. Just 1 more Dragonite to go, so first I use Synthesis to heal out what it hits me with a weak Hyper Beam, which gives me a free turn to use Attract. I throw Caution to the wind and had Buttercup just start attacking, so the game awarded my braveness by making Dragonite miss not only its Thunder Wave, but the following move as well, letting me hit enough Body Slams to get the win. With that, the champion was defeated and we enter the Hall of Fame, so I technically won the challenge, but there's still the secret final boss of the game, Red. However, to even have the chance to challenge him, I must get all the badges in Kanto. I never played the original Gold version, so I didn't expect the gym leaders to have pretty low level Pokemon. I mean, come on, they're in their 40s. So they all went down pretty easily. The only one that gave me trouble was the Viridian gym leader, Blue. So let's talk about that. He starts out with Pidgeot, so I hit it with a Body Slam that resulted in paralysis as he hits me with a Wing Attack. For some weird reason, I decided to use Razor Leaf the next turn as Pidgeot copies me with a Mirror move for little damage. This time I used the better move choice to take it out. Next was Executor, but it went down to a couple of Body Slams that were coupled with paralysis. Arcanine comes out and I immediately go for Attract because I feared it would be trouble. Turns out I was right, as it nails me with a strong flamethrower and then finishes me off with an extreme speed before I get a chance to attack. I need just a bit more attraction luck and I can do this. 2 tries later and I get to Arcanine again, now with leftovers equipped, plus full health, and it goes much better. He still hits me with a flamethrower the first turn for massive damage, but he missed his next 2 turns, so I hit Body Slam, then a Razor Leaf. Another Body Slam brings it to red health and fully paralyzes it, but blue uses another full restore. This was getting annoying, but at least he was using his healing items. A couple more Body Slams and an Attraction Miss later, and Arcanine finally went down. Alakazam was next and it hit me with a weak Psychic as I go for Body Slam, bringing it to low health. It uses Recover to heal up next turn, but it fades to a critical Razor Leaf. Nice. Gyarados comes out next and hits a weak Hyper Beam as it went down to a couple of Razor Leaves. Last was Rhydon, but one Razor Leaf was all it took to win the final badge of Kanto. With that out of the way, it's finally time for the last battle of the game, Pokemon Trainer Red. I leveled up Buttercup to level 80 just to even my level out. Plus, I waited until Sunday to get the return TM from the Goldenrod department store to replace Body Slam. At max friendship, its power becomes 102 and has 20 power points, so not only will I have a move that's stronger, but has a bit more uses against this team. Here's our stats. They look okay, especially on the defensive side, and the moveset is the best I could come up with given the limited move pool. I think the biggest trouble I'm gonna have is this Snorlax with it being so bulky, but I've made it this far, so let's give it our final shot. First try, and it doesn't go very well. Pikachu hits me with Charm, so my attack is down 2 stages for the whole match, as I took it down with 2 Razor Leaves. Next is Venusaur, and I used Attract on it to buy me some time while I hit it with Return. And when I saw the damage it did, I knew that if I get hit by Charm, it was a doomed run. I probably could have taken it out, but there was no way I was going to take down this Snorlax with weak returns. I probably run out of power points before then. A couple of tries later and I got to Venusaur without getting hit by Charm, and I managed to take it down, but then came out Charizard. It outsped me and hit me with a powerful flamethrower, taking me out. Now I have a new problem. Even after training to level 85, Charizard is always going to outspeed me. So I have to be at full health when he comes out to survive its flamethrower, just so I can hit it with an Attract to have a chance of fighting it. After 2 hours of attempts, I only got past Charizard once, just to be taken down by Espeon because of low health. And the other time I either got crit, burned, or one-shot because of a lingering sunny day by Venusaur. I decided to grind a bit more to deal just a bit more damage. At level 90, I still get outsped by Charizard. This is just great. Grinding anymore was going to take forever, so I decided to try the fight over and over again until I can get good attraction luck so I can take down Charizard. I also replaced Razor Leaf with Giga Drain so I can heal a little bit when I do damage. After another hour of attempts, Charizard finally missed 3 times in a row, so I was able to take it down with Return. Next was Espeon, and it sets up a Reflect while I use Attract for safety. It hits me with a powerful Psychic as I heal up a bit with Giga Drain. Next turn it doesn't attack, and I use another Giga Drain to heal a bit more. Another Psychic hits, but I finish it off with Return. Snorlax comes out next, so I have to be careful. I use Attract right away as he hits me with a powerful Body Slam that brings me to low health. I use Synthesis to recover as he misses his next move, so I use Return, but he hits me with another Body Slam. I started using Giga Drain to deal reasonable damage as he misses his next move. We traded moves next turn, but I had the advantage, so I finished him off with another Return. If I gotten paralyzed by any of his Body Slams, I would have lost. Last was Red's Blastoise, a water type, so I took the chance of using Giga Drain to deal just a bit more than half its health and damage. It wastes its turn using Rain Dance, so one more Giga Drain finishes him off, finally winning me the game. That was both the most stressful and the most fun I had playing Pokemon in a long time. There were many points in the run where I thought I had no chance of winning because of Chikorita's bad typing and move pool. It feels so good having to overcome so many obstacles that the end feels so much sweeter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I think I'm gonna make another one in Gen 3, but you'll have to subscribe to find out what. I hope everyone has a nice day. I'm Blake Strife, and until next time, stay awesome.